We have one more page to help us practice our letter A before we move on to our next Super Kid. It's practice page 25. So you'll need that from your binder, a glue stick, a pencil, and a scissors. Of course, we have to start with our name. On this page, we see 4 letters, and they're the uppercase letters. Find the uppercase letter C and point to it. You should be pointing to this letter right here. We're going to trace it starting where the starting dot would be, right up at the top. Point to the uppercase letter G. You should be pointing to this one. Let's trace our uppercase G by starting at where the starting dot would be. Find the uppercase letter A and point to it. You should be pointing to this one. Let's trace letter A by starting at the top. And the last one, find uppercase letter O. You should be pointing to this one. And let's trace it. Next, we are going to make the sounds that these letters make. Point to the letter that says ah, ah, ah. You should be pointing to letter O. Very good. Point to the letter that says k, k, k. I'm stirring in my bowl. You should be pointing to Cass's letter C. This one says k, k, k. Point to the letter that says ah. Ants. You should be pointing to this letter A, like at the beginning of Alf's name. And point to the letter that says G, like golly. You should be pointing to this letter G and sniffing with your golly nose. On the side of the page, we have 4 pictures. At the top is an octopus. Say octopus. Apple. Grape. Cat. Good. So now we are going to decide where these pictures have to go. What do they start with? What is the beginning sound of each one of these? You know, we could write it down inside the box. What do you hear at the beginning of octopus? It's gotta be one of these. Octopus. That is our letter O. So let's just put a little tiny O inside the box. That way we'll know where this picture will get to be glued. Say apple. Which letter do you hear at the beginning of apple? That's our letter A. So let's put a letter A inside there. Then we'll know where that one goes. Say grapes. What do you hear at the beginning of the word grapes? You should hear the letter G and the sound G. And last, say cat. What do you hear at the beginning of cat? That's our letter C. All right, let's cut. Ready to glue? Cat is going to go by the uppercase letter C. So we are going to glue it right on top where this empty space is in the box. Cat. And then to go along with our uppercase letter C, let's make a lowercase letter C. A lowercase letter C starts at the middle line and curves down to the chocolate line. Find your grapes. Where are we going to glue grapes? by our letter G. Very good. G does not, the uppercase and the lowercase do not look the same, do they? So our lowercase g looks like this one. We want to start at the middle line, just like our letter C. It almost looks like we're making a C, but then we keep going. We keep our pencil touching the paper. Don't pick your pencil up. Trace all the way back down and make your hook. Find your octopus. Where's octopus going to get glued down? Yeah, by the letter O. And then we will need to make the lowercase letter O on the handwriting lines. It starts just like the letter C and the letter G, right at the middle line. And this one gets to curve all the way back to close it up. And the last one is apple, and that's going to go with our letter A. And then we need to make a lowercase letter A. And that also starts at the middle line. All these letters, the lowercase starts the exact same way. Curve around, back up, and pull down. Say A, apple, A. C, cat, k. O, octopus, ah. And this one on our card, it's a goat, but on this card, or on this picture, it's grapes. So we'll say grapes. G, grapes, g. Good.